Soul Slave, Chapter 3. Lily slammed the door as she entered her typical suburban home. It was as plain and as simple as you can imagine. A white ranch with brown shutters. The lawn was always cut and trimmed neatly, and the flower beds were simply filled with buried tulips. Typical boring normal, Lily would often describe it. Her parents even had a station wagon parked in the drive. "I told you not to slam the door over 100 times, Lily's mother shouted, as she was chopping up peppers in the kitchen. "Yeah, I know, sorry," Lily shouted back as she headed toward her room. "Why are you in such a hurry?" her older brother Sean said as she nearly ran into him in the hall. "None of your business," she scowled, and then continued on her merry way as her brother simply shrugged off the attitude. Sean was Lily's younger brother. He was only a year younger than her. Going to be a senior this school year. He was far more popular than Lily ever was. People didn't even know they were related when she was in school. Speaking of high school, Lily was thrilled it was finally over for her. She planned on attending a community college next year after saving some money, which never seemed to happen. Lily would often splurge her earnings on new cameras and gear for her UFO scoutings. A very expensive hobby. Well, for her anyway. As Lily hurriedly began packing, her mother walked in. "What's this?" her mother asked as she watched Lily pack. "What does it look like, Mom? I'm packing." Lily rolled her eyes. "You finally saved some money to move out?" her mom laughed. "Very funny, Mom." Lily and her mother both knew Lily was broke, no matter how much or how little she worked. "I was kidding, honey," her mom giggled. "But really," her mother was more serious now, "why are you packing?" I'm going to Cincinnati with a friend this weekend," she said. "What about work?" her mother asked. Lily said nothing. "Lily, did you get fired again?" her mother said with frustration. "It wasn't my fault, Mom. Rick was being a jerk," she said. "Lily," her mother paused a moment. "Stop packing." "What? Why?" Lily was confused. "You aren't going anywhere until you find another job," her mother said, crossing her arms. "What? Are you grounding me? You can't do that. I'm 18, Lily retorted. "But you still live here, and you've got to learn to take some responsibility, Lily. You can't live here forever, you know," her mother replied. "So are you saying you don't want me here?" Lily challenged her. "No, for heaven's sakes, no. I just want you to lead your own life, Lily." Her mother was hurt by Lily's words. "You know what, Mom? Fine. I will. I'll be out of your hair by this weekend, and I'll find somewhere to go." "Lily, don't be ridiculous," her mother said in shock. "Go away, Mom," Lily shouted. "But Lily," her mother tried to voice some reason. "Just leave me alone, Mom," Lily screamed in interception. Lily's mother, head hanging low, made her exit from Lily's room. Lily followed after her and slammed the door shut. Lily was tired of all the pressure of work. No matter how hard she tried, she could never seem to get ahead. She knew deep down her mom was right, but she didn't like it when others shoved her shortcomings in her face. She knew she needed to get her life together, but why was it so damn hard? How can you actually live on minimum wage and pay actual bills, let alone student loans and fees? It was just not possible. Lily decided not to think about it any longer and decided to focus on her trip to Cincinnati instead. "I bet it's going to be amazing," she said to herself. The thought of being around so many like-minded people excited her. It would be nice to talk to someone outside of the sheeple she normally encountered. Lily looked out her window and saw how dark it was. She decided to skip dinner. She didn't want to sit through a meal with her parents doting over her brother anyway. She zipped up her packed bag and threw herself on the bed. She opened up her bag of candy and chewed away with a smile. After the first bag was empty, she laid her second bag on the nightstand. "I will enjoy you tomorrow, my sweets," she said to her bag of rings. She buried herself in her plaid comforter and fell asleep.